welcome back to my channel. So today I'm working in, it's just going to be a colouring chart, I won't go through step by step, but I am working in the new Mystic Art Mirrors, the Once Upon a Time colouring book. Now I did go ahead and add some gold to my front cover last night, but this isn't going to be like a really happy colouring chart. Plastic sheet behind, and then I'm going in with the Ohuhu, the skin set. I just want one colour out of here, possibly just the R29, the pearl colour. Let me just test this before I start nattering. That's too pink. Too pink. R19 might be a bit better, or R20. Let's see. R19 first. That's not too bad, that might be okay. No, that's too peachy, so we'll go with that one. So, I went up to Liverpool yesterday to an exhibition. We went a couple of years ago. I got back starting off. Last couple of days have been a bit crapper. They have been a bit crapper. I don't want to say depression wise because I haven't got depression, but sometimes I bloody feel like I have. Not every really down days, but yesterday it really tipped it off for me. I've got sore fingertips. With stress and stuff, I've bit all my fingernails off, and then to top it off, all the skin around it, so they're really sore at the minute. I could do with putting something on them to stop me from doing it, because yeah, I don't like having not nice nails. I like to have them really nice and presentable for videos, but it's real life. I'm not here to pretend. Some days we have good days and some days we have bad. So yesterday we went to this exhibition. You might be able to see the printer line through my printer, because I did do the cleaning, guys. It didn't work. It didn't work, unfortunately. I planned on sitting down and filming this at 9 o'clock this morning, and it's now nearly 12 o'clock because I had to go back to bed. That's part of it as well. But I'll start off with the doctor gave me pills ages and ages ago, and I was taking them religiously for pain in my knee. That was before I even dislocated the left one, because I was having issues with the right. So I carried on taking them because of what happened with the dislocation. And then I felt alright. I felt, you know, not too bad, just keeping on top of it with normal painkillers and heat pads and frozen peas and stuff like that. So I stopped taking these tablets. Well, these tablets, unbeknownst to me, were an antidepressant, but one of the side effects is they help with oh, what do you call it? Like the signals that get sent to the brain, like from my knee. I can't remember the way that he put it, but he didn't tell me on that. This was months and months and months ago. He didn't tell me on that initial appointment that they were antidepressants. They block. What was it? They block something or other going to the brain, so it stops these pains that I'm getting, these shooting pains. So that's the reason that I was taking them. I weren't taking them for the antidepressant side of it. Anyway, I'm just having a coffee to try and bring myself round. So I've started taking them for the past week because I'm really struggling to sleep. As soon as I lay down, the pressure on my kneecaps and the back of my thighs, it's like shooting pains, like electricity shooting pains. So I started taking these tablets again, and they have helped. I'm managing to sleep better at night, but then in the mornings I'm waking up and I'm feeling like a zombie, and I'm up at between 6:15 and 6:30 in the morning. And then when I've sent my daughter off to school, I physically can't do anything. I physically just feel exhausted, like I've not slept the night before. I'm gonna have to go over these with pencil. Like I've not slept the night before, and then that got me thinking, that's a bit of a coincidence that I've started taking these tablets again. My moods have been all over the show. and I'm feeling exhausted like this. I mean, to the point where I'm sat downstairs and I'm trying to focus on doing something or reading something, and my eyes will not stay open. They feel really heavy. I feel sick that I'm not tired. It's basically wasting my days away sleeping. So let's move it down to the legs. I probably won't use any more alcohol markers for the rest of this. Maybe a little bit on the hair, maybe give her a pink hair. So that's why I'm trying to wake myself up a bit, and my mood's just been really crappy and I've not been myself. And then yesterday we went to this exhibition, which was basically anything that you can get for a disabled person is at this place. We went a couple of years ago, but when we went a couple of years ago, it was in Manchester, near the Trafford Centre. Whereas yesterday, it was at Liverpool Docks. So my husband booked the day off. We took Isabel with us because we need to find a car seat. The car seat that she's in now is just a normal kiddie car seat, and obviously I can't show you the position that I'm trying to show you. But she's like, instead of her back being straight like this in the car seat, she's like this. See, I even had an alarm set and it made me jump, and her back's like this. So she's really scrunched up in this seat, and it's not safe at all. It's very dangerous. I can't put her in it anymore, and my husband is struggling. So we needed a seat that swiveled, even though this one that we've got now does swivel. It's no good. She needs the side support, she needs more room around her head, she needs the head support, she needs it to be able to tilt. There's all kinds of different things that she needs. Right, just let me get a pink. So I've just chosen the pink out of the same skin set. That should do. So yeah, she needs all these different things for the seats, and the one that we went there to go and have a look at was quoted at £1,400 for this car seat. We checked on the website, and the brochure that they send out via email, and this company was meant to be there, so we thought, cracking, we want to go there, try it out, put Isabel in it and see if she sits in it correctly, and then we'll order one, because we've managed to save the money up. So we get there and that stall isn't there. I've gone out to the lines already. The stall isn't there. So basically we've gone all that way for nothing, because there was nothing else that we wanted or needed to look at. There wasn't as many stalls as there was the couple of years prior. Is that all her? I'm like, it's going to be her. I'm not sure. We've got her with beads running through it. So we walked around the place a good few times just to look at everything. They've got everything from like specialist beds, which she's already got, so we don't need that. Baths, wet rooms, cars, vans, which we just can't afford. And I can't expect my husband to drive around in that. He's got himself a nice car now that he enjoys. And I kept saying, if and when I pass my test, but I really do think that I'm too much of an anxious person. I'm scared of everything on the road, basically. Everything that you can think of, and having a kid in the car with me even scares me even more. Anyway, they had like specialist clothes with buttons on, the big bibs. What else was there? There was adaptive toys. That was quite helpful, because I know the website now, so we can have a look for Christmas for her, because she can't use like any toys that have got buttons on or shapes. She physically can't do it because of the issues that she's got. So these adaptive toys, they are quite expensive. They make any toy work with just one button, one big button about this big, and all she needs to do is press it. So yeah, stuff like that. What else did they have? They had like inflatable sensory, like igloos with lights and stuff in. Father Christmas was meant to be there by 1 o'clock, but we left by 11:45, I think. She doesn't do well with crowds and waiting, so we left early. So she didn't get to see him this year. What else was there? There was wheelchairs, buggies, basically anything that you can think of that you might need or want for somebody that's disabled. They had it at this place. I thought that was part of around then. I'm getting really muddled up today, like my head's not with it. but I wanted to sit down and do a video and just explain why. Maybe if I take a little bit of time off, you know why. But there was one company there that did have car seats, and we thought it actually looked better than the one we was looking at to buy. It looked simpler, it looked bigger, so it might last her a little bit longer. It was a German company, really nice men explaining how it worked. But I think I only got about 5 seconds of the conversation before I had to wheel Isabel away because she was screaming, so I had to let my husband speak to them. But they couldn't give us a quote there and then as soon as they said that, I'd already walked away. But I was thinking, why can't they give me a quote? Maybe it's going to be really expensive, this. So we got all the information, passed our email, and they said they'd send us a quote. And then when we'd left, I was in the car on the way home, I had a little look at the company and I found the actual order brochure myself and priced it all up, and it was in euros, and we changed it over to pounds, and it would cost, for the minimum of what she needs and all the different bits, it was just over £2,000, which we didn't take into the budget. But maybe we just order the original one that's not as good as that one, maybe, I don't know. But it just come with the basic seat. It didn't come like with there's a piece that she needs for in the middle of her legs. It's like an obstruction. It's like this metal thing with foam around it to stop her from slipping forward. That was like £250, £300 on top of it. And then if she wanted a table so she could actually sit there and have snacks in front of her, that was an extra nearly £300. And it was really all adding up. And I was already not in a good mood with her screaming her head off. And if you know anybody disabled or you've got any children with additional needs, you'll totally understand where I'm coming from. And I don't want you thinking, and I'm definitely not saying that I'm saying that I don't want to look after Isabel and I don't love her, but I'm just being real here. I walked out of there and I thought, why me? Why me? Let me just get my pencils. Like I said, I don't want that to come across as me bitching and moaning about having a disabled child, but sometimes it's bloody hard. Sometimes it is hard. I'm not gonna go off there. Should be alright. You know, you try and put this, I don't want to say a persona, but you do try and, not just on YouTube, in everyday life, when I see people that I know, I'm really chatty and there's usually not a silence. There's usually not a silence, and I have a lot to say, and I'm upbeat and positive about certain things. But yesterday I just felt like, what's the point? What's the point? I can't even, let's find a pink. I couldn't even, let's say, when my little boy was young, I used to meet up with friends and family. Evie, stop it. I used to meet up with friends and family out and about, like we'd go for a meal or whatnot. The colours on these pencils are absolutely shocking. I'm having to use the blade all the time. But I can't do that anymore. I basically can't do that anymore. I can't just, even off a drop of a hat, I can't ring a friend up or ring my sister or my brother or anybody and say, do you want to do this? Number one, because I have to take into consideration, can I manage to get to that place on my own with Isabel, with all the stuff that I need to take in a wheelchair. And she's quite heavy now. I'm starting to struggle. So I keep saying this, but I can't wait till we move. So she's downstairs and she's got a wet room as well, and she'll have hoist and stuff, because it is really starting to get to me. But like, I know that she'd kick off. I know for a fact as soon as I walked in a place, like we could take her shopping, she's alright walking round, but as soon as you stop to go into a shop, I can't do shopping anymore whatsoever with me and my husband. We have to do it separately, because we know it's only a matter of time before she has a meltdown. And there's no explaining to her. We've tried the shouting, we've tried the talking to her calmly, we've tried bribery with food, giving her toys. Nothing works, absolutely nothing. And as much as I put a front on and say, yeah, I'm not bothered about people staring at me, it gets to you. It gets to you because you feel like telling every single person that's staring at you, what do you want me to do? She doesn't understand. She can't talk. She only understands very little words that we say to her. Like, do you want a drink? She understands drink. She won't say yes and she won't say no, but she'll just open her mouth. She understands the word again. Like if she's watching something on TV and we say, do you want this again, Isabel? She'll smile and do a little happy squeal. I'm just having a really tough time at the minute. I just had to pause myself a little bit there. Yeah, I'm just having a really crappy time. And right before my birthday as well, right before my birthday. Usually I'm happy about this time of the year because we put the Christmas decorations up, start looking forward to Christmas, buying everything, getting the house all nicely lit up. Yeah, this year I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know if it's just like down in the dumps or what. I don't know. But it's so freaking hard at the minute. If I had one wish on earth, it'd be that if she could talk. If she could talk, it would make life so much more enriched, so much easier. And it's just the same thing day in, day out, because she won't want to do any different. She doesn't understand. And a little bit as well, I feel like I'm not Debbie anymore. I'm Isabel's mum. I'm her carer. And I don't want to put a front on. I don't want to put a front on and sit here and be all jolly and happy, because I'm not. Because I'm not. I don't think I've sat at my desk the last 3-4 nights. I've made myself sit here, and then I just end up floating off in distance watching the iPad and not doing anything. So I don't know whether it's them tablets or what, because it's a vicious circle. Because if I don't take them, then I'm having pains in my leg, and I can't have surgery to fix it because I've got nobody to look after Isabel. Where if I carry on taking these tablets, I'm like a zombie the next day, and I'm feeling terrible about myself. So I really don't know what the best thing is to do. And I'm not one. People that talk to me on social media, you'll know this. I'm not really one to sit there and message backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I'm just not. I would rather speak to somebody via phone or FaceTime or in person. And everyone's just busy at the minute, aren't they? And I'm just not in that place where, like, I've not been really sharing anything on Instagram, no pictures, no nothing. It's just really crappy at the minute. Right, I think I might add a little bit of a dark pink to this. So I'm hoping that we get that car seat sorted anyway by maybe the end of the year. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit more comfortable for her and easier for Danny to get her in and out of the car. I think I should sit down and do another video with Danny, because I always have a good time when I do that. You guys seem to like him. Oh, by the way as well, YouTube has been blocking some comments that's not by me, and I don't know why it's going on. I believe that Corey's having the same issue. She put on her communities tab. So yeah, I'm glad it's not just me, because I was thinking, why are these being blocked? Yet some naughty comments come through to certain websites and YouTube allows it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But it is going to be my birthday weekend this weekend. No, I don't celebrate the whole weekend for my birthday. I'm just saying because it lands on Sunday, my birthday. We did have a meal booked for Saturday for my favourite restaurant, the steak restaurant, but we've had to change it due to a couple of issues, and now it's just me and my husband going tomorrow evening, a little bit later on once she's in bed, and my son's going to be here to help with my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law can't lift her. She can't lift her, so she can't look after her unless my son's here. But on a good note, my son is doing so good at school, and he's become the president of his year as well, which I could not believe, because at home he's really quiet and shy, but in school he's quite confident. So yeah, he's like a different kid. So shall I go for this pink or this pink? Have I got my tester? I've not got my swatch beak out. No, that one should be alright. So on to more positive things. So my birthday is on Sunday. I've got my next part of my tattoo booked in for, I've not spoke about this properly on my channel. I spoke about it a little bit on the live stream. It's nicely healing now. I've got the next part of it, even though I got a little bit of something here. I don't know what it is. Next Wednesday, so a week yesterday, I'm having all the flowers finished off, and I'm having it brought up ever so slightly, just covering this butterfly, and then I'm having the Dana redone. That'll be the next time because it's gone a bit. Look at the colour difference. I'm having that redone, and then I'm going to have 2 lion cubs on this side, one for Isabel and one for Lewis, and see if I'm happy with that, or I want to bring it up further up my arm. I don't know yet, but I absolutely love him. Love him. I can't stop looking at him, to be honest. It's just about stopped the flaking, and it was really itching. You can't itch it, so I sat here like that, slapping it to make it stop itching. But yeah, I love him, and it was worth every second of pain to get him. And my tattooist is really nice, and I can't wait to go back. I never thought in a million years that I'd be saying that, but I am. I think I've got mine a 3rd appointment booked in for, it's either the 12th or the 14th of January, so yeah, I'm already on the ball with that. That's something that's made me feel so good recently, because I've wanted it for so long. My husband wasn't keen on me having a tattoo up my arm, and he thought it was going to be about this big, so when I walked in and he saw that, but at the end of the day it's making me feel better, and I've wanted it for so long. I just can't wait to get him finished off. And I'm sure once it's all done, then my husband will be happy. I think he was worried that I'd covered the Dana, but I want the heart covered up. I don't like that anymore, but we'll refresh the Dana. Refresh the Dana. I have all the family on one arm-ish. It's just me missing. But yeah, that's one good thing that's happened these last couple of months. The school bus, I think, is finally sorted. They've found a new PA, and she's really nice. She's really good at it as well. Well, this is not a tutorial. I am going to be comfortable and turn my book. With everything that's going on with Isabel and the way that I'm feeling as well, I'm wondering, I've spoken to a couple of people about this. I won't say who, but you know who you are if you are watching. About the story, about what happened when she was born and how we found out that she had cerebral palsy. I've not spoke about that at all. And the way that I've been feeling lately, I feel like I need to, I need to tell my story and tell her story, but I don't want to make it I don't want a backlash of it, because it's not nice, most of it, but it is what it is. I think next door's blessing us with their presents, so I'm going to pause, finish my coffee, and hope that they bugger off back inside the house. So I finally got that hole in the ceiling fixed as well, after the leaking, and then the bees that we had, the nest in the toilet, like the toilet wall. That was interesting, but we had to move the chairs, so it made the room more open up. And if I can, I'll add a little video here of my husband pushing Isabel up and down the front room and the dining room.
You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Go again.
1, 2, 3, go!
Are you ready? Yeah? Ready? Go! Ready? Ready?
Laugh.
Ready? Hey, go. Hey, go. Ready? Yeah, you are. Ready? Ready? Are you ready? Are you steady? Clap.
It's like a rocket.
You're finished.
In a chair. It's so funny with the squealing. But that'll give you a good idea of the noises. When I say that she's squealing and screaming, that's what I mean. I don't mean like screaming the house down because she's upset. But that's the sort of thing that she does.
What's Nini doing?
She's a bit of a noise box. Let's get these areas done. There's very much mixed reviews and a lot of you guys are agreeing with what I'm saying about this book, about it being not enough grayscaled. It really isn't. It really isn't, and it's a shame. I think the way that it was sort of hyped up on Instagram. Danny's messaged me. He's buying me a game for my birthday, the new Pokemon that's coming out. Yeah, the way that it was hyped up, and I've seen little snippets on Instagram, I was really expecting a little bit more. So I am a little bit disappointed, to be honest, but there'll always be next time. This is her first grayscale one, so she's learning. Just like all of us. Let's colour this whole section in. It makes me miss my pink hair, but it's too much maintenance. Especially at the moment when I can't be bothered. Let's pull this up. I'm really enjoying doing the watercolouring at the minute, but I won't bombard you on the channel with just watercolouring all the time, because I know not everyone is into that. So I do try and keep it mixed up. It depends what I'm in the mood for the month. Let's bring that down. Just like that. I did some really cute smaller watercolour pictures and cut them up. They actually look like little cards now that I've finished them. But you'll see, I'll show them in this month's finished pages, even though they're not a page, they're my original art. So how would everyone feel if I sat down and spoke about my story with what happened with Isabel? It might be a long one, it might not. There's certain bits that I remember like it was yesterday, and then there's other bits because of the emergency. I think my brain's just blocked it out because it wasn't a good or a nice situation. But I will always remember. Let me see if I can find it. I had to scroll back nearly 5 years to find this picture. But I always remember this picture and that was the day after I'd had her and I couldn't leave my bed. And there's my Christmas dinner in a plastic container there, like sandwiches, and that's the picture that they brought down of her without the without all the oxygen and stuff. I've had to find that on my Facebook. That's the first ever picture that I saw of her. There's loads, but like I said, I can't go in. That might be a bit gory, that one. There's loads of pictures that I could share. That's me, and you can see I just look, the lighting's terrible, but I just look absolutely gutted and angry, because I was really angry at myself that I let her come out. And there she is, little teeny tiny thing. So yeah, I do need to tell myself sometimes that we are really lucky that she's still with us, because there's people out there that aren't. And she's the most beautiful, funny, comical, inspiring little girl I've ever met. Considering everything that she's already been through, and she's not even 5 yet. Let's get this shading finished, and then I'll probably have to finish the video here. I'm running out of inspiration at the minute to sit down and do a proper, like even a tutorial or anything. My giveaway finishes today, so once I've finished doing this and I've had some dinner, because it is right bang on dinner time now, I will sort out going on random.org and doing the comments and whatnot and let everyone know who the winner is, and then I'll get it posted tomorrow, because I'm nipping to the post office tomorrow actually to send something back to Amazon. I bought a weighted blanket. It's too weighted for her, it's too heavy, so I need to send it back and get the lighter version, because me thinking, oh, it might help her sleep, yeah, it's too heavy. I don't think she'd be able to move at all in bed. I think it'd probably make her struggle breathing, it's that heavy, but you know, stupid me. Ordering the wrong weight. So I need to send that back. I'll bring this colour up, I think, maybe here. What was that other pink that I was using? It was this one, wasn't it? Just like that. That's not too bad. So Danny's got the day off as well tomorrow, so I think we might nip somewhere, go and have some breakfast, and then just come home and chill out for the day, and then go out for our evening meal, which I am looking forward to. So I think I'll just finish the rest in my own time. It should be quite easy to colour her skin now, because of me putting that alcohol marker down and there being a little bit of grayscale. I can just follow where the artist has already put it. But yeah, hopefully my next video will be out in a day or two, depending how I'm feeling. But if you did enjoy it, please do give me a like and let me know in the comments down below. Would you be interested in listening to what happened and mine and my daughter's story about how she come into this world? I feel like I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it if you don't want to, you don't want to hear it. But anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.